Costello. I'm an MMA pro, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Black belt, an ex-judo international, and for a while I was a chess boxer.
Finally tonight, Mark Phillips in London brought something to our attention that we just had to share. A hot new sport in Europe that is largely unknown here. It involves 34 men, 64 squares, and 1 ring. And yes, you have to see it to believe it.
Chess boxing!
Yes, chess boxing. 2 great hulks of men face off against each other for 4 sweat-drenched minutes of chess, followed by a vicious 3-minute round of boxing.
11 alternating rounds, 4 minutes of chess, 3 minutes of boxing, chess boxing.
A marathon of brains and brawn.
They don't just try to knock each other's brains out, they also use what's left of their brains over the chessboard, win by a knockout or by checkmate, whichever comes first.
Checkmate! Checkmate! Brilliant!
When I first heard about it, I thought, wow, this is something I can do. I used to play chess with Devon. I box as an MMA pro. This is made for me.
He's Andy the Rock Costello, and you wouldn't want to be his punching bag.
My son Luke begged me not to do it. Dad, please, you're an MMA pro, that's really cool. This is not cool. People will laugh at you, not with you, at you. Please don't do it. I was like, no, I've got to give it a go. This is kind of made for me. So I did, and I did really well at it.
Andy is a 6'2", 210-pound former cop. He was also a child chess prodigy, playing for his English county at the age of 10. Chess boxing is the sport he's been waiting for all his life.
I was in Wired magazine, I was in the Times, in the Telegraph, I was on the CBS, American News, CNN, ABC News, and I really enjoyed all the attention. It was a nice, safe niche, compared to MMA at least.
I think the contrast of seeing 2 people play chess, then hitting each other, either of them in isolation wouldn't be comedic, but when they're kind of alternated, it is.
It becomes pretty funny.
Yeah.
Does it seem funny to you at the time?
Not at all.
Then, one day, a guy called Jimbo Slice came onto the scene. Now, Jimbo Slice, he named himself after Kimbo Slice, the American bare-knuckle brawler. I remember he made his debut on my undercard, and I watched the fight with my coach because there'd been a bit of hype about him, mostly coming from him. Doesn't look the part as much as I do, but if it was a bodybuilding show, I'd have won every one of my contests. You can't, any fighter will tell you, it's not a physique contest. And he was a powerful guy. He knocked his Welsh opponent out with this big right hook. I looked at my coach Stuart, sort of like, what do you think? I saw the concern on his face. He's a dangerous guy. Jimmy stormed into my dressing room earlier, changing room, earlier that evening after my fight and said, "You're next, Costello." He was really kind of aggressive with the whole thing. He wasn't going to go away. I saw him at another chess boxing event. A few months later, he came up to me, said, "You're afraid to fight me," got in my face, hurt my pride.
Ooh, that hurt.
That hurt Andy so much, his only choice was to come out swinging.
I'm not afraid to take a beating, no MMA pro is, but I was afraid of losing my kind of status, if you can call chess boxing status, in this cozy niche that I found. It was a problem. It was a problem in that he was not going to shut up. So my son Luke, who's a world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, came up with an idea. He said, "Look, Dad, this Jimbo is so cocky, so full of himself, he'd probably fight you at MMA." I thought, I wonder if he would.
And the knees have come in from
he's down, he's took it down, and this is where he wants to fight. This is where his judo skills will take place now.
I think we're going to see all over. Stop it, and it's a stoppage. Excellent win for Andy Costello. Took it straight to the ground.
So we put the challenge out via a promoter, and he accepted it like a shot. The advantage for me was that as a grappling-based MMA fighter, I could use my grappling skills to take him out of his comfort zone. Now, Luke and I, father and son, best friends, training partners, we came up with a game plan. The game plan was to get him into a clinch, either take him down against the cage or use my judo to do a takedown, and then use my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills to get in a strong position. From that strong position, I prefer to finish with ground and pound rather than risk the position with a submission. But they are still jiu-jitsu skills that get me into that strong ground and pound position. The tricky part was going to be getting the clinch. After that, it was going to be easy. You can't walk towards someone kind of like, I don't know, like a mummy, like, let me grab hold of you. You're just going to get banged out. You have to use boxing skills or striking skills to get the guy's attention, to make him think, yes, he's going to box with me, and then you clinch, or at least that's how I do it. So the game plan was really simple. Jab, cross, clinch. Jab, cross. As he blocks, as he parries, as he does something that he's been trained to do as a striker, I grab hold of him, and then I'm in more of my element. You know, I'm more at home in the clinch.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for, the return of the local legend, Andy the Rock Costello, as he takes on Jimbo Slice in our main event.
The fight went according to plan.
Here we go, let's see what happens. Both guys cagey start. Oh, big left hand from Andy. Andy straight into the clinch. This is where he wants it to be. Looking for a takedown.
I got the jab, I got the cross. The cross actually landed. That was a bonus. I didn't care if it didn't, as long as I could actually get hold of him. Took him down against the cage, and then got side control, went for the mount, and sort of steered him away from the edge of the cage in case he tried to lever himself off with his feet, and then the submission via strikes came fairly quickly.
Andy is a very tough mount, and he is going to throw down some very hard punches.
The pounder has more fun than the
pounder.
poundee.
Has more fun than the poundee.
He's got his back, and he's not worrying about the rear naked just yet. He's just throwing punches up the pipe. And he's, no way! Tap out Judo strikes.
Afterwards, it was just a huge relief. It felt like the monkey was off my back.
Show what I can do against one of the best fighters in the Southwest, which Jimbo is, so full respect to him. He came right into the lion's den, literally.
He's too good on the floor, I took him. I couldn't get out of that.
I didn't take him on at chess boxing. I mean, I saw some of his subsequent fights, and I do think I was a better boxer, but I didn't know that at the time.
Andy the Rock Costello!
That's one problem I actually was able to solve. I don't solve all my problems, but that one had a happy ending.